Good morning. This is Kamera. We're on day number 71, Joshua chapter 5 through 8. That's Joshua 5, 6, 7, and 8. We last read where the children of Israel crossed over the Jordan River. God dried the grounds for them to walk across the Jordan River. We also read where We also read where Joshua, who is now the leader, of course, sent out some spies to spy out Jericho, and that's where Rahab comes into place. She made an agreement with them that her and her family be spared once Jericho is taken or destroyed. So now we hear that, or we find that the surrounding kings they heard about what happened with the people of Israel, how the Lord had dried up Jericho for them to walk across, and they are petrified. The Bible says they are paralyzed with fear. Okay, so Jericho even seals up their gates. No one is allowed to go inside Jericho or come out of Jericho because they are ready. They are prepared. They're bracing themselves, hoping that they are safe from the children of Israel. So get this, once the children of Israel make camp, they have this Passover celebration. And it was this Passover celebration where they had unleavened bread. This was their first feast after manna has stopped. So manna has ceased to be produced. And so now children of Israel just have to eat regular food like other people. And so, and get this. Remember that covenant that Abraham made with God where the men are supposed to be circumcised? Yeah. This generation of the people of Israel, the men were not circumcised. So yeah, they enter into that covenant again where the men must be circumcised. Yeah. So yeah, once they're healed, then they continue what they have to do. And so Joshua, what he does is, the Lord told Joshua, gave him instructions on what they were going to do. And this is what they had to do. For 6 days, the people of Israel would walk around Jericho for 6 days. 7 days, actually, 7 days. Now, this is how it worked. One time a day for 6 days, the children of Israel walked around Jericho. The seventh day, something totally different. A little bit more drama, but there was an order. There were some men in the army that led the march. Right after them were 7 priests, and those priests had ram's horns. And right after them was the Ark of Covenant, and then after them there was the remaining army. And so while they're walking around around Jericho, the priests are blowing their horns. And Joshua says no one says a word, not a peep. The only sound that people are going to hear, marching and horns. So they did this once a day for 6 days. I can just imagine. So they would come out to Jericho in their formation, walk around Jericho in this march with the horn being blown only. That's the only other sound. Can you imagine what Jericho, the suspense, the fear, right? The 7th day, they walk around. But first, don't forget that first day. Once they finish walking that first day, that one time, children of Israel go back to camp, right? So get this. The 7th day, they walk around 7 times. I can just imagine Jericho. Oh my God, they're still out there. This is not what they did before. 7 times. Complete silence except for the horn. Joshua tells the people, that final blow, horn blow, I want you guys to yell as loud as you can. So what they do, that 7th walk around, horn, final blow, they yell as loud as they can, and guess what happens? The walls fall down. And so the children of Israel were instructed to go and destroy everything. Destroy everything. And everyone except for Rahab. Okay, so everything completely destroyed. Everyone except for Rahab and her family. Remember the agreement she made with them? If as long as she held her part of the bargain, then they will spare her and her family, and that's what they did. Okay, so he says, don't take anything at all. Don't take anything from there. Destroy everything except for the metals like silver, bronze, gold, that type of thing. Then you bring that to the Lord. Okay, and so that goes into God's treasury. And so, yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, destroy every living thing and just bring back the metals. Okay, so get this. After that, oh yeah, and again, they spared Rahab and her family and they brought them to safety in the camp. And so get this. The next battle was to Ai. Okay? And so spies were sent, and spies come back and say, oh, we got this. We don't need that many people. We don't need about 2,000-3,000 men. They don't have that many men. Well, what happens is they go to fight Ai, right? And so it didn't turn out the way they expected, because guess what? Ai started to defeat them. I mean, had them retreating and everything. And so during their retreat, about 36 men died. And so Joshua was like, wait, what happened? Lord, what happened? Why'd you send us in there and have us killed like this? Are you serious? God's like, back up, get off your knees. Come on, straighten up. And he tells them that you guys disobeyed me. You guys have defiled Israel, and I can't even be among you because you defiled Israel. Joshua's like, what the? So God instructs them to call all of Israel. They called all of Israel, right? So once they call all of Israel, then one tribe is singled out, and that's the tribe of Judah. So Judah is singled out. Everyone else can go about their business. Once Judah is called out, brought together, then one clan in that tribe is singled out. Once that clan is singled out, then down by families, now just the families are singled out. Till one family is singled out, and that family happens to be Achan. Now get this about Achan. First of all, Achan had a chance to fess up. He did. You see what happens when we allow greed? And you know what gets me though? One person caused the problem. One person. And I think about, don't be that person who caused the fall of your family. Don't be that person who calls your church not to prosper. Don't be that one person. Don't be that person. Okay, just stick to the plan. Be obedient. Because guess what Achan did? He got greedy, saw this robe that was made from Babylon, and got him some silver and all that stuff, and hid him in his camp, which defiled the children of Israel. And so, yeah, that is why the children of Israel were defeated. That small amount of people, right? They had just killed like 12,000 people in Jericho, and they can't even beat them few thousand in Ai. So guess what happens, guys? You already know. So Ai says, well, I saw that robe. It was nice. I just had to have it. Thinking about himself, not thinking about the consequences. Joshua had already told them, if you guys take any of this stuff, you will be destroyed. Okay, you're going down. And so that's what they had to do. He feds up. Oh, it looks so nice. I had to have it hidden in my tent. Dude, was it worth it? Seriously? We think things are so much worth it that we do some of the craziest stuff because we feel like it's so worth it for that temporary enjoyment or for that pleasure or for money or for gain. Dude, you just caused the destruction of your entire family. Yep. Everybody, even his cattle, every living thing in his family got killed. They were stoned. His family was stoned. After they were stoned, they were burned, and then stones were piled on top of them. And I hear that pile is still there right now today. Isn't that something? So, yeah, let's think about our choices, how it affects our families, right? And this is the thing that gets me. He thought nobody saw, nobody ever find out. Dude, you don't know who God is. He sees everything. You think you hide it from God. He even sees what's going on in our heart and our minds. Come on now. Come on, guys. Examine yourselves. Examine your mind. Examine your heart. Examine your intentions, your motives. God sees that stuff. If it ain't right, you better ask him to help you. He'll do it. Anything we ask according to his will, and this is his will, because we want to please him. So yeah, that's what happens. And so AI feeling good. Yeah, we beat the children of Israel. So now, once everything is purged through Achan and his family, children, the kids, the family, everything burnt. That's just stoned and burnt. So now they had to come. The children of Israel came together, and they came up with a strategy, and they went back against Ai. This thing, God told them to keep the plunder this time. Just destroy everything and keep the plunder. And so the way they did it was the children of Israel went against Ai. Ai started all the men in Ai runs after the children of Israel, leaving their towns vulnerable. And so the men of Israel, the ones who were hiding, they jump out and they head to the town. When they get to the AI's town, their village, they burn it. So then the AI men looking back like, wait, what's going on? Why is our town burning? What's going on? What's up with this smoke we see? So they're like, they're not as dumb as we thought. Anyway, children of Israel look back, they see what's going on. Joshua raises his spear. Children of Israel, once they left the town, they started chasing after Ai. Ai was blocked on both ends. You know how that scripture that says that God would defeat our enemies on both sides, but this case right here, the enemies were there. And so their enemies, who happened to be Israel, got the Ai from the back and they got them from the front. Yeah, and then once they were done, they went and finished what they were doing in Ai. They took the king and they did him the same thing they did to Jericho's king. They impaled him on on the spear. So yeah, they won that battle with Ai. But look, guys, don't think you can hide anything from God. Seriously, for real though. And so Joshua. That made Joshua even more famous. He became well known and feared. Yeah. And so he also I'm sure he gained even more credibility with the children of Israel, even though that first incident, they already believed who he was and what he was about. So, So now children of Israel are now back in their camp, and Joshua builds an altar. And on that altar, in the presence of the children of Israel, he writes those commands that Moses had written. Now, the way this is set up is half the tribe, half the community was on one mountain, another was on another mountain, and the Levitical priests were in the center of both of the groups. And yeah, Joshua wrote it down, and then he basically went over what Moses told him to go over, the blessings. Remember the blessings and curses that were placed in the ark in that book? Joshua went over the blessings, the curses, the commands that Moses had written in the book. Hello. Look like we need to be reminded of what God is to us. Remember the blessings he told us? Remember the curses? Yeah. As long as we remember this, guys, and meditate on it day and night, we got this. Clearly, Achan forgot that part. And but anyway, he went over that again, all the commands and all that in the presence of the people. Isn't that something? Great read, great story, great lesson. Examine yourselves through these books. Examine God through these books. He's a good and faithful God. And guys, we got this. Ask God for understanding if you don't get it. Ask him for wisdom, ask him for knowledge. Help him to see. Ask him. I always ask God to show me myself through your eyes, because I can fool myself. I really can. I can talk myself out of stuff as well. But if God shows me, once he shows me, there's no argument about it. I just need to repent and say, Lord, help me. Help me in that area. Help me in that area. And he's so faithful. He does it. So let's not get comfortable doing wrong. Let's not get comfortable ignoring God and saying the truth. God wants us humble. He wants us obedient. He wants us loving. Okay? So with that said, that was day number 71. Joshua 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? God bless you guys. Have a God-filled, blessed day. Okay?